us again for you, Jens, is that you'll never, you will just never. But you're 45 and you're now looking at parents that you need to take care of. You have to give that to them. You have children growing up. Some of you are still having children. Some of you have your own grandchildren. But the point is, you need your expansion joints so that you can withstand the storm. Your mental, physical, spiritual, emotional prosperity is important. Somehow, we the parents that you're taking care of are leaving you sometime a financial bucket as a gift. But the other 5 pillars we cannot give you. We are demanding that you wear them out now that you're taking care of us. But those of us that are still there, you guys need to tell your children, hey, take a break. And when they take a break, don't tell them they're lazy because they're not doing it as fast as you can. You did. In many cases, we were able to call people to come and assist us. Some of us could, some of us couldn't. But now, ask them to breathe in the morning for their physical, their emotional prosperity. Remind them to stretch so your bones get physically healthier. Remind them to connect with the world through reading and learning instead of just rushing. Remind them to know that they're good just the way they are. They don't need to be fixed. They need no one to complete them. They don't need a soulmate. Their soul came without a mate, and it will live without a mate. What they need is to love themselves, appreciate who they are, and move from there and accept others for who they are, also knowing that everybody is unique and they're on their own journey and you are on yours. So you see, if your mental is rigid, you will have to do something about it. You have to learn. You cannot keep saying, oh, here they should have, Mom, I should have. Well, you didn't. Just like Willie Nelson said, it's a regret. It's etched on your brow, and you can do nothing about it now. So those should have it's just a weight for your carrying through your day, and that will break you. But if you allow your flexibility to thrive, you will succeed. Because when you're flexible, like the expansion joints in a building, on a bridge, even when you look at a concrete driveway, why do you think they cut it? It's so that when things move, the change in the weather, it does not crack. So when the weather is harsh, you have to learn how to thrive, be flexible, because you see, the gap is where magic happens. Nature always has a gap. And if we study nature, we will find the gap. So when you're looking at your parents' retirement, it's right here. And you're looking at yours going to be over there. Or you actually say words like, Tessa-Marie, I don't think I can afford to retire. Let me tell you something. To stand and look at your parents' retirement and to look at your retirement further away, there is a gap. What is in the gap? The gap is where balance is. In the gap, you will find balance. It's between the gap the magic happens, not on either end of the spectrum. So when you're looking at the gap, remember, nature has a gap. Right now, although on the calendar is spring, there are days it has summer, and there are days it feels like winter, but it's still spring. So there is a little bit of each side in the gap, and that is where balance is. So when you come to the gap, where you are and where you think you will go, stop and spend time in the gap. Nature is in a gap right now. Everything is going whichever way, but nothing is the same. So the gap is where the magic happens. So you guys, I talk about my dad a lot. He, in a high pressure environment like what he worked in, the most important part of the structure isn't the decoration, is the structural integrity. He was a constant teacher. He was always teaching. I always remembered when he came into the grocery store, we had a grocery store. He sat on the counter where the bar was, and I think we were fighting with each other. He took 12 lead pencils or 10 lead pencils. He took his architectural string and he tied the 10 pencils, 8 children and 2 parents together. And he said, break that. Each one of us snap it. Nobody could snap it. Not because maybe we couldn't, but the lesson because of his lesson, he wrapped the string intricately through the 10 lead pencils, brand new lead pencils, not yet sharpened, for sale in the store. And then when he was done, we couldn't break it, he took it. He took it apart and he handed each one of us one. And he said, now snap it. And when we snapped it, he said, this is the lesson. Together, you're strong. No one can break you if you stick together. But if you stand alone, you can easily be destroyed. So this was one of the biggest lessons he ever taught us. So it's not the decoration that matters. It's not the beautiful face and the beautiful body and all of that. Is inside the structure. What is in that structure of that human being? It's not the decoration. That is why when we are going through what the world is going through, we need to remind this younger generation, hey, you will get over it. And teach them the gap. It's never this or it's never that. It's what's in the middle that matters. Balance. Being able to weather the storm, just like a tree. Look at the trees. When we had the ice storm 13-14 winter, the pine trees that normally, they grow here, right, in this cold climate. What I observed, when the ice came, the leaves, the branches of the pine trees went towards like a circle around the stem of the big pine trees. It's like it was protecting the trunk. The other trees, like the birch, they broke and they snapped. But the pine trees just stayed there because it had structural strength. It's in its country. So that is one of the things we have to remember. You spend your day managing everyone else's physical and financial needs, but your own spiritual needs. That's what you do when you're taking care of parents and grandparents and children and everybody else. So because that's what you do, your spiritual prosperity is running on empty. You cannot navigate your family through the 2026 terrain if your own human GPS is powered off. Where are you taking them? How can you teach them? If your spiritual balance is not there, I'm not talking about a religion or a dogma. I'm talking about loving, caring, balance of self. Realizing you are worthy. And if you teach them that you are worthy, they will teach their children that they are worthy. So you cannot just keep giving it without navigating back and saying self needs quietness. When a household of children, a very busy life, and no time for connection, I decided I would get up half an hour earlier than the rest of the family. Only because I could sit and sip on a cup of coffee by myself in the dark. Fast forward, I went home to Dominica to visit my parents. 1983 Christmas, we all were in Dominica, everybody came. And when I got up early, grabbed the coffee. The lady had made the coffee and it was just there. And I took it. So I went to sit in the corner on the porch looking at the Caribbean Sea. And all of a sudden I heard the door open. And here comes my mother with her cup. She said, oh, you do this too? That's all she could say. Good morning. Oh, you. I said, well, this, when the time they get up, everybody wants to go to the beach. That's what they came here for. And you're just going like this. She said, yeah, that's why I get up early, so I can pray and relax and have my coffee. Before that, everybody sat. And I've been doing that since you guys were little. I didn't even know. So we have to teach our children, maybe you just get up early so you exercise. Get up early so you meditate. Get up early so you have a long shower before they get up. Get ready because they're waiting for you. You are their GPS right now. You're the one taking them. You're the one guiding them. So you, the Gen X in your 40s and 50s and wherever you are the ones that need to take a break, looking after sick parents, looking after aunts and uncles, so all of them. So this, you need that 15 minutes of daily promise to yourself, that time for your own writing, that time for your own reading, that time for your own meditating, that time to put your thoughts in action and your breath, to recalibrate your breath again. That time. So you have been the reliable ones your whole lives. As much as they tell you, the Gen X, they have so many, sometimes I'm so upset with people when they criticize others like that. So you have been the reliable ones your whole life. Now it's time to be reliable to yourself. Can you imagine? All of a sudden, you have to take care of you, and nobody told you. Your prosperity isn't just what's left over after you've taken care of everyone else. It's the energy you start with. You need to always go back and rest and start again. Re-energize. So what I'm saying to you, Gen X, is just give as much as you can. Carve some space for yourself. Realize that you are a human being. You're not really a human doing. You didn't come here to do. You came here to be. And it's in being that we find our North Star. It's in being that we find our true self. And if you doubt what I'm saying, check nature. Nature is always in the moment of being. Nature does not care that today is raining and it really should be a hot weather day. Nature just shows up. Don't doubt the sun. The sun is shining even if it's covered by clouds. It's alert, it's energized, and it's waiting. The moment the clouds shift, the sun peeps its head and shines. We have to mimic nature, because from where we are and where we want to be, there is a gap. And it's when we pause in the gap, the miracle decides to unfold in our life. So may you find the stillness in the middle of the squeeze. May your mental pillar be reinforced with peace. Your emotional pillar be shielded from burnout. And your financial pillar be blessed with unexpected avenues of abundance. You are the bridge, and you're stronger than the weight you carry. So that's all I have for you, because there is nothing else you can do except make sure that you realize, doing all you do as a gen something or the other, you're still on the journey. And on the journey, if you cannot pause to put gas in the tank, you won't get there. If you cannot pause to make sure that you don't let the engine heat up, you won't get there. Because once the engine heats up, you're not getting there. You're stuck. So you out there within your 40s and children in university and this